Hello everyone, today we're with Cliff and his team from Target Structural Wessex. We're working at Waddesdon Manor, a National Trust managed property in Oxfordshire. With Target Structural, jobs rarely lasting longer than a week, the team must be prepared for new sites and new challenges. Here Cliff is running through a toolbox talk with Heli and Ryan. They talk about what's needed on the job, any health and safety issues and risk assessments before they get loaded up and head off the site. But what are we doing today? Let's hear from the man himself.
So today peeps, it's very first for Target Structural. We are removing the Heli Pile. First time ever done. We done a trial yesterday and today is the real thing up at Waddesdon Manor.
Packed and ready to go, the team head off bright and early across the beautiful Oxfordshire countryside. Waddesdon Manor is a French Renaissance style chateau built between 1874 and 1883 by Baron Ferdinand de Rothschild as a weekend residence for entertaining and to house his collection of art. The house featured electric lighting designed to look like candles in the chandeliers, impressing visitors such as Queen Victoria and her son the future King Edward VII. Despite this, when Rothschild installed an electric lift, especially for Her Majesty, she declined to ride in it, not quite trusting the magic of electricity. Baron Ferdinand died in 1898, with the house eventually passing to his great-nephew James de Rothschild, who bequeathed the house to the National Trust on his death in 1957. Today, visitors can visit the only example of the famous Rothschild style of architecture, as well as explore the Victorian-style gardens, the Rococo-style aviary, and the extensive art collection. Talking of art, this is what Cliff and the team are working on today. Target has installed at Waddesdon Manor previously. With a restriction over the amount of soil that could be excavated, concrete was not an option, and with our view on environmentally friendly construction, we want to avoid concrete, so we use our reusable eco-friendly aluminium Heli Pile. We can unearth the previous Heli Piles put in 8 years ago and reuse them in a different location. No concrete, no damage to the environment, no fuss. We originally installed Heli Piles to support 2 Johanna Vasconcelos candlesticks, and now that the display has finished, we're here to remove the Heli Piles so that the ground can be returned to lawn. The team start their pre-start meeting and prepare the site ready for the removal of the Heli Piles. Let's hear from Cliff about what they're planning to do.
So we're on site at Waddesdon Manor. We are tapping out the holes because they're full of dirt and stone. We're just getting prepared so we can get the digger to pull each one of these piles out. I don't know if you can see them in the ground from there. But there's 6 positions in this pit and the pit over there.
piles that are coming out here will be moving to the gardens down there, which is called the Rose Garden, just beyond them bushes. And there's the bloke who designs the glass sculptures for these is now building a 3-tier wedding cake sized building, 10.5 metres high, 12 metres on the 3rd tier, for people to have weddings inside of it. And that's what these piles are going to be getting used for, buddy.
To remove the heli piles, the team is using a brand new piece of equipment that was developed at Target Fixing's head office in Berkshire. These will be reused in another area for a new structure, in keeping with our environmental promise to do our best to minimise the carbon footprint on our sites. The puller does what it suggests and simply pulls the heli piles back out of the ground so that they can be reused or recycled. If you want to make your new build or site of restoration more eco-friendly, use our heli pile.
Stage 2 of the pile lift are being built. Next thing is to connect the hoses and connect to the pile. Pile pulling. Fingers crossed. Went as good as before, so more than happy. Success!
One go!
And there we go. As Adi says, 1 down and 11 to go. Through the rest of the morning, Cliff waves his hands, and Adi does some screwing and unscrewing. Ryan stands next to the digger, operating the puller, and like a well-oiled machine, the team pull up metre after metre of heli pile. Great work, lads, and on to the next job. The Millennium Product Award-winning heli pile is quick and cost-effective in installation. It is a clean alternative to traditional methods. It achieves loads of up to 200 kilonewtons and can be proof tested on site easily. It can be installed in poor access areas and is reusable and recyclable. As an environmentally friendly construction solution, there is no better.
That's pile pulling done successfully, I'm happy to say, at Waddesdon Manor.
Hey!